Hi, everyone. There's actually 17 of you guys in here right now. This was unplanned. I didn't know I was going to go live tonight. We're going to talk about EDD, unemployment, the new stimulus bill. Are we going to need to amend our taxes? All of that fun stuff. Whatever your questions are. Hello, Dream On. If you're new to the channel, welcome. I normally go live on Sunday mornings at 11 a.m. and Mondays at 6 p.m. Tonight, we're here because the EDD did do a news release, but the movie theater that I work at is getting ready to reopen, and I've been busy working, and so I'm too tired to film a full video and edit it and write a description. And I figured it'd be better to just answer your questions, whatever they are, and to go live. And I see Kay and Richmond. So I've got some subscribers who have popped in. There's 110 of you, even though this is unannounced. So enough about why I'm going live with no advance notice. And I'm going to jump into your questions. Yes, Daniel's one of the first, and hello to everyone who's saying hello. These will probably this will not be a normal night, and even it's a weird time at 7:45, so it's not on an hour or on the half hour. I may do this instead of doing regular videos for a while kind of the flow of everything at work gets a little bit more normal for me. April says, I'm on FedEd. My claim ends this Saturday. Do I still need to reapply? April, that is an interesting question. A lot of people on FedEd are reporting that they're able to certify past their benefit year with no problems. And so for FedEd, I'm going to recommend that as long as it keeps letting you certify and you get paid, to keep doing that. And then the second there's any kind of issue on your claim, that's when you should probably call and say, hey, I think my claim is stuck because my benefit year has ended. But if it's letting you certify and you're getting paid with no problems, we are seeing lots of reports on FedEd claims where it's letting them certify and get paid past their benefit year. It is not supposed to work like that, but it is. Kay and Jackie say hello. Daughter of Yahshua. I probably didn't say that well. Right. I still have not been able to certify, and they still won't answer the phone. So, you guys that have watched for a while, you probably know what I'm going to say, which is reach out to your assembly member anytime you're really having trouble and you just absolutely can't get through to the EDD. Assembly members seem to really be able to help. They normally respond within about 48 hours. They acknowledge that they've received I like you guys to email, because that way there's a written trail of the problem with your account and what you were told would happen in regards to it. So most assembly members or like an intern from their office will respond to you within 48 hours. And then a lot of times, if it's something that they're able to fix on your claim, they're able to fix it within 4 business days. Jabari wants to talk about STEMI. Oh my goodness. And I need to clarify something, I guess. One of my viewers from my last one, I had said that I thought it was going to take a long time to get that $1,400 third stimulus check, even once it passed. I thought that it was going to take a long time for the IRS to update the system and get the checks. I'm starting to see news reports that say we could see the checks as early as this weekend. But I do want to caution everybody that although maybe some of us will see the stimulus checks as early as this weekend, I still think it could take some time. Even with the last stimulus check, they passed that bill on December 27th. I actually got my stimulus check, that one really quick. I got it by January 4th. My friend didn't get hers until January 9th. And then some people didn't get it at all like they were supposed to, and they had to claim it as a credit when they did their taxes. And then some of us have waited to do our taxes. So there's probably some people that still haven't got the second stimulus check yet. So I imagine that the time frame will be a little bit different for everyone, but for those of us that get it either this weekend or next week, that will be great news. Let's see here. Let's see. I popped down. Oh, Abraham, I'm going to do your question, but guys, please only ask your question maximum of 2 times and like space it out by like 5 minutes. I do normally get behind on the questions when I do these live Q&As. I'll get to you. It just takes a minute because I'm chatty. So Abraham is really wants to get his question through and says, will the new stimulus package extend the PEUC? Yes, it will, because I ran out of my regular UI and they put me on PEUC for the 13 weeks. Will the new bill extend the PEUC until September, like the extra $300 boost? Yes, it will. I don't know if they're going to call it PEUX or I don't know what they're going to call it. I'm going to call it probably PEUC 3. It will take it through, they keep saying September 6th, but that's a Tuesday, I think. It's a Monday or Tuesday. It's not a day that our unemployment benefits actually end. So I think it's really going to end on the week ending September 4th. But Abraham, I want you to keep in mind that if you're on PEUC, when your benefit year ends, they are going to want you to reapply. There's going to be a button that pops up when your benefit year ends. I don't want you guys to push that button. And here's why. I want you to call because and I know it's going to be a pain to call. So I don't really want any of us to have to call, but I think that's going to be the best solution for us. Here's why. Because when you call, they're able to see right away if you would qualify for a whole new claim. And if you don't, they can kind of bypass having you totally reapply. And then that's when they keep you on the extension. Okay. And I'm scrolling back up now, trying to figure out where I left off. To those of you that watch my live streams, you guys know when I lose my place, please take a minute and like the video. Scrolling back up. Hello, Andrew. I notice Andrew's name. He pops out. He's in the chats all the time. It says, so we will need to file a new benefit year. It's 100 words, but official. Yes, it is official. Although the EDD doesn't, they're a little bit inconsistent. So that's frustrating. Oh, and I think that's about where I am. I'm Evelyn, and then Enrique says, I filed taxes for the first time ever this year. I made only $8,000 this year. Will I get the stimulus? Yes, as long as no one else can claim you on their taxes, you would definitely qualify for the stimulus. If you're here in the state of California, you should also qualify for the $600 Golden State stimulus. Emily. Oh, hi, Emily. Thanks again for the updates. My 19-year-old nephew filed his taxes in 2019. He is in college and doing part-time work. His mom also claimed him as a dependent. Who would get his stimulus? I believe his mom would get his stimulus. So if he is 19, because this new stimulus bill allows even adult dependents. So if you're claiming like your parents, if you're claiming a college student, whoever claims you as a dependent, it's my understanding is the one that gets the stimulus check. So if they've claimed him, it's my understanding that that's who gets that check. Diego says, do I think there will be delays on the extension? I think it's quite possible. You guys know that through this process, I used to be really trustful. If an organization said, we will do this by this date, I used to be like, oh, okay, yeah, that's going to happen by that date. This whole experience with the EDD, quite honestly, has me a little bit distrustful of how things are going to work out. So I do think that there will be hiccups. And I always want to encourage you guys to hope for the best, but kind of prepare for the worst. And so the president signed it into law today. It's definitely happening, but the EDD even has to wait for guidance from the Department of Labor, the dole. So that's going to take a little time, and then they're going to have to program the computers, and then is it going to work right? Is it going to work how they say it is? So, if you can, try and save a little bit of money aside in case there's problems, because with the EDD, has anything really happened smoothly? I'm going to try and think about that. I'm going to try and think about things that the EDD has actually done where there haven't been issues. If you guys can think of something, let me know in the chat. Will says, I'm still waiting for a PEUC extension after my Fed Ed ran out. A rep told me to wait and it should appear in my account eventually. How long, has it been since they told you that? Here's what I'm hearing about that even so, Fed Ed to PEUC, you're probably past your benefit year. And what I'm hearing, no, that can't be. Could just call them if it's been more than a week, if it's been more than 10 days, I would call them again and I'd get your assembly member involved to see what they say. Hello, Gabriella, Patrick, and Silos, and Janice. Oh, hi, Sean. So will you be back off on YouTube and work full-time? Sean, I'm going to work full-time. I'm working beyond full-time. Today, I actually tried to film a video before I went in, and then I worked a lot. And then even when I was after work, my boss has called me a couple times. I'm salary, so that kind of means whenever there's an issue, like I go in, I get it done. I really like YouTube. I like being here for you guys. Even though we're reopening, we'll only be allowed to reopen at a 25% capacity. So we probably won't be able to bring all of our staff back. And quite honestly, this is still the fastest way for me to get the other employees unemployment information, because I can just refer them to a video instead of going through this individually with 75 different people. I can say, oh, here's a link to this video. I don't know if I can do that officially from the company. I don't know. But I really like this and I want to be here for you guys and I want to stay on top of it. And, even though cases are coming down, I don't know that they won't go back up. So yeah, I want to keep doing this. I want to keep being here for you guys, but I will also work full time. So it's going to be a little bit of a balance, and I might go live more and just take questions. Maybe it'll be a little bit more personal, individual for the people who do pop on, and just make a video when I can. I don't know. I haven't figured it all out yet. It's happening very quickly. Jane says, hello. Liz, we did Andrews. Liz says, my year end expires March 20th. Do I have to reopen a claim or will it do it automatically? So I just want to be clear that reopen and reapply are kind of two different things. Reopen is a button that was either a glitch, or reopen claim button pops up after you've returned to work for a little bit, but maybe your business shuts down again, and then you need to reopen the claim after you haven't certified for about 30 days or more. Reapply or file a new claim, that needs to happen after your benefit year if you're on PEUC. If you're on a PUA claim, they're not going to make you reapply when your benefit year ends. And Fed Ed may allow you to certify past your benefit year. But if you're on the PEUC extension right now and your benefit year is ending, you're going to at least need to call. You may not have to do the whole reapply process, but if you don't choose to reapply for a whole new claim, you're going to need to call them so that they can check on the phone if you're going to be eligible. And if you're not eligible, they'll keep you on your existing claim and give you the available extensions. Dream On says, when is the next unemployment boost? Well, it actually kicks in right when this one ends. So the current unemployment boost ends the week ending March 13th, but the new one kicks in the week starting March 14th. Now, I don't know if they'll be able to do that. Someone asked above if I think the EDD will do this smoothly without delays, and that I'm not sure about, but whenever they do get it up and running, it will go retroactive to the week starting March 14th. So really, there shouldn't be any weeks between now and September 4th that don't include that $300 unemployment boost, unless you were working part-time and you earned too much to get any unemployment benefits, and then you'd get the excessive earnings warning. If you got that, then you wouldn't qualify for the extra unemployment boost. And it's so nice to see 287 of you pop in when this was totally unplanned, but I would love to see the number of likes go up. That would make me happy. Cape Queen says, will the new stimulus be added right after the unemployment boost ends. So I think you probably mean that extra unemployment boost, and it should. The old boost ends March 13th, new one kicks in the week starting March 14th, but there may be delays in getting the computer program up and running in order to actually pay that to us. Oh, Daniel, you are welcome for the shout out. Rita says, my amount expires in 2 months, and I'm also getting the 300 weekly. What do I need to do to reapply? So about 2 weeks before your benefit year ends, if you're on the PEUC extension, you're going to see a button that says like file a new claim or reapply. But I'm actually recommending not clicking that, because when you do, it's like applying for a whole new claim, and that can take 3 weeks. And if you don't qualify for a whole new claim, it's going to take 3 weeks for them to send you the letter saying that you don't qualify. And they're still going to need to then keep you on your old claim and add the extension. So as your benefit year comes to an end, you'll see that button pop up. Wait for your benefit year to totally end. Then I recommend calling them and saying, hey, my benefit year has ended. Can you help me file a new claim? And they'll ask you a couple questions. And if you qualify, they should be able to help you file that new claim. And if you don't qualify, they'll be able to pretty much seamlessly roll you onto the extension on your existing claim. Coffee Lover retracted their message. Christopher says, my PUA says maximum benefits paid on 213, not even the 11-week extension. So what should I do? If you're on PUA and it said you ran out on 213, you're going to need to give them a call, because that does not sound right to me. India says, oh, kind of you to take time for us. I really want to. I actually really wanted to make videos. I think people really prefer the video about the current topics, but I'm too exhausted for that, you guys. I don't know what's going on. My eyes are actually a little bit more open, but earlier, like, they were like this. Like, I was just so tired. And I was like, I can't make a video. I'm going to say the wrong thing. I'm going to have to shoot it a million times, edit it. It's no, this, and I like this. I feel more natural just talking to you guys than I do kind of talking. I'm still talking to camera, but I like it better when there's questions in the chat. Okay. But thank you. John Gio says, when do you expect the stimulus payments to go out? So I've actually read some articles that say as early as this weekend. That would be insane. And then I expect for some people it'll take longer. But I've seen lots and lots of news articles that say they could be here this weekend. That'd be crazy. Yes, I don't think this counts, but I do have a partnership with the coldest water since I'm always drinking. But I think I have to, I don't know, I got to do some stuff. So this isn't official, but I do like this water bottle, and it's cool. It's fancy, and it matches the blue room. So you guys might see me drinking out of that a lot. I have to drink anyway. I might as well have a company work with me for it. So no more unemployment for you now if working. Correct. Not for me, but for a lot of my employees. And even some of the people that are working, that are coming back, they're only coming back part-time hours. So they're going to have all sorts of stuff going on with their claim, because they're going to have to report some earnings to the EDD. So, and then we're not able to bring everybody back right away. So, so it'll be, you know, I'll still have lots to talk about on unemployment, even though I won't necessarily be with you guys on it. And I'm just going to be honest, some of, you know, if COVID cases came up again, we'd have to shut down again. And we've had some locations that reopen all 7 days, and then the business levels can't support that. And so then they wind up just being open Friday, Saturday, Sunday. If we were only open 3 days a week, I don't think I'd be making, I think I'd still qualify for unemployment is what I'm trying to say. So we'll have to see. I hope that my journey with this has ended, but I don't know. And I don't like to count my chickens before the eggs have hatched. Jacqueline says, my year ends the 15th. Do you think we will have to reapply? I think I'm a regular UI. I do, but I don't think we necessarily need to use that button. I think it's faster to call, even though a lot of our claims end then, and calling is going to be hectic. Enrique says, I filed my tax. Oh, we did Enrique's. Gabriel says, when are we getting our stimulus check? So that's pretty much the same question as Enrique's. They are saying, let me double check that. I have seen like that it could hit our accounts this weekend. That would be crazy, right? Okay, let's see. When will I get? See, it comes right up. When will I get my stimulus check? Oh, that says 1 day ago. Okay, well, let's see. 8 hours ago. Let's see when the 8 hours ago article says. Electronic payments as soon as March 13th to 14th weekend. That is this weekend. I don't know if you guys want to see. It's a CNET article. Oh, my phone's charging. Can you see? No, you can't see. I don't know how to work this. Anyway, the weekend of March 13th to 14th. This would just be the first wave of payments. More stimulus check payments would then be sent out over the following weeks. We don't know how long it will take to distribute all the payments. Hopefully, it'll be a matter of weeks, not months. Hopefully, that's the word I like to use. So we don't know. They'll start this weekend and continue over the next couple of weeks. Fingers crossed, not months. Vanessa, hello, Vanessa. When do I need to file a new benefit year? Should I do it right after I expire on 3/15? I need to know because they don't actually certify it until 3/21 for 2 weeks. So Vanessa, I think what I would do in your case is see what happens on 3/21 when you file. What I think will happen is that 1 week will show paid and the other week will either say pending, NA, or it'll just kind of or it might even say not paid. After that is when I would call. I would do it probably after there's a hiccup on your claim. If you want to do it right after the 15th and see what they say, you could do that. I don't see any reason why you wouldn't be able to do that. But it might go through okay when you certify on the 21st. I tend to think what will happen is 1 week will get stuck and the 1 week will get paid and the other week will get stuck. But keep in mind, if that happened on the 21st and you called on the 22nd, so you get paid for, I think it's actually 3/14. You get paid for 3/14, and then really that should start a whole new 2-week cycle when they put you on the next part of your claim on your next after your benefit year ends. Does that make sense? So that's what I think will happen. I hope that made sense. I am a little tired. So you can call on the 15th if you want, but I think I don't think there'd be any gaps or delays if you wait to call until the following week is what I'm trying to say. So I think I would make sure that second week gets stuck before calling that's what I was trying to say. Okay. Liz says, I'm on PEUC. Do I have to reapply? Yeah. We're all going to have to either physically hit that reapply button or we're going to need to call and have them check. And if they check, they can kind of bypass it. So if a rep says, oh, you don't need to reapply, it's most likely because here's one of the things that you need in order to qualify for a whole new claim. You need to have completed some work since the last time you filed, or since the first time you filed for benefits. And so many of us have not done any work that the reps know that you're not going to qualify for a new claim. And so then they're able to totally bypass it. So if they say, oh, you don't need to reapply, it's probably because they're able to tell that you won't qualify. Nyland says, I'm on the 11-week extension. Will we get the extension till September? I got my last check this week. Yes, but you're going to need to apply for a new claim once your benefit year ends. But it's just a formality. I don't want anybody worried too much about that. If you don't qualify for a new claim, then they'll keep you on the extension on your existing claim. But they want to make you I don't know why they want to make you do this, but they make you go through the process of getting denied a new claim or at least seeing that you won't qualify before they'll let you get the extensions on your existing claim. Blanca says, my EDD expires March 29th. Do I have to reapply or do I call them? I would call them. And you said you're on Fed. So if you're on Fed Ed, there are some Fed Ed claims that that seem to be allowing you to certify past your benefit year. And thank you, Desmond. This is because I got all dressed up and I filmed a video this morning before I went to the theater. And then in that video, because I don't know if you guys know this, but Biden was saying he was going to sign the new stimulus bill on Friday. So the video that I made said, and it passed the House and the Senate, but Biden still needs to sign it into law on Friday. And then, of course, while I was at work, still looking gussied up, he signed it today. And I was like, I can make another video today. We're going to go live instead. Live from the Blue Room. It's Shelly's Millions. Should I start saying that? That's probably irritating. I'm sorry, guys. Rita says, my regular UI expires in 2 months, and I'm also getting $300 weekly. So I need to reply. Yeah, in 2 months. Coffee Lover, what is the base period for the second benefit year? Is it the same as the first one? So if your benefit year, I mean, it wouldn't be the same as the first one because, so for example, my benefit year also ends March 13th and it started March 15th, but of 2020. So if you apply in March, they used March of 2020, they used October, November, and December of 2018, all the way through September of 2019, even though you applied in 2020. So if your benefit year ended in March, they would use October, November, December of 2019 through September of 2020. So that would be when you'd need to have some wages. Someone donated $19.99. You guys know that we're all on unemployment. This embarrasses me a little bit, but I really appreciate it. Anyway, so that's when the benefit year would be if you apply again in March. But to qualify for a whole new claim, you also have to have done some work from the time you first applied for benefits last March till now when you're applying again. That's why so many of us are not going to qualify for a whole new claim. And thank you, Henry, for the donation. Your question is, what are your thoughts on remote jobs and work from home? Any good websites you recommend? Do you know people who have been working remotely for years? Would love some encouragement on finding remote work, even in making a video. Okay, so I'm actually starting to get this question a lot, and I'm going to be honest, I need to look into it more. My roommate's currently doing remote work. They do a help desk, and actually they might be hiring. I don't know where you're located, but it doesn't matter if it's remote work, right? So they sell VoIP phone technology, voice over internet phones. So they do, I think they're doing their sales and their tech support all working remotely right now. A lot of insurance companies right now, so think like Geico, Farmers, State Farm, Allstate, 1-800 General Now, whatever it is. Every insurance company that I know of right now is having their employees work from home. EDD is having people work remotely. Some of them not even in California. When I first called, I think the girl was from Kentucky, and I was like, what? A lot of businesses, anybody that has like customer service is probably having their employees work remotely right now. So I would apply to do, and like insurance agencies to sell a policy, I think to actually sell the policy and write it, there's like some process that you need to go through. But if you just want to give people a quote, I don't know if you need a license for that. Outside of insurance companies and like tech support, once I joked with my IT guy because he used to work at the theater and then he got like promoted. He worked his way up, and I called him and I was like, how do I do this? And he's like, hang on. And I could hear him type. I was like, Alex, are you Googling right now? I was like, I could have Googled. I feel like tech support is very hard. I'm not good at it, but I feel like if you can Google, like we could all do tech support. If anybody does tech support and I'm totally wrong, which I probably am, I apologize. It's probably very hard, but I bet trainable. Everything's trainable, you guys. I have another friend, and he would be asked, "Do you know how to do this program or that program?" And he would be like, "Oh, yeah, I know how to do that." And then he would start, and he would be like, "Oh, it must have been an older version that I learned. Can you show me?" But anything with like a tech support, a help desk, online customer service, they're probably going to be working remotely. Um, so that's some of it. And yeah, I'm going to encourage you. There's got to be things. Something else, you guys, Fiverr. If you can do anything, if you can help people write a resume, maybe you're not out there like doing something, but maybe you can help someone else write a resume. Check out just the website Fiverr, see what some of the services are on there. Maybe it's something that you can do. Lots of people are doing Etsy and getting like really creative and working from home. I don't know a lot about this, but like drop shipping and e-commerce and like print on demand, which I think is just like t-shirts. I do not really understand that. I'm going to say that. Life Hacker Couple on YouTube does a lot of videos about that. Check them out. There are opportunities, but I will definitely look into making a video on like creative ways of re-entering the workforce or re-entering the workforce with children and that kind of thing. That is a good question. I hope that gave you some starting points. And yes, anybody that really truly needs to work from home, I do want to encourage you all. I think that the opportunities will come. YouTube is a from home job. It's a lot of work, and it takes a little while to make any money, but there's if you're good, even if you're not good, if you post a lot, there is money to be made in that. Takes a little while to get going. And I wouldn't say that I'm there at all, but yeah, so do it. I hope that was encouraging, and thank you for the donation. Okay. Joel says, regardless of getting a $0 benefit award for a new year, we will be extended to September, right? Yes. So actually getting that $0 benefit award letter sounds like you actually hit the reapply button. Getting denied the new claim is what keeps you on the extensions on your existing claim. So that's more of a formality. So yes, if you got that $0 benefit award letter when you reapplied, that should keep you on your existing claim with the extensions. Sorry, water. Ooh. I'll show the logo. This one's not actually sponsored because I think I have to show the bottle the whole time. Anyway, gonna drink water. If you guys could like the video, I would love it. Kay says, so my benefit year shows 7/19/2019, and then it shows extension. So I'm still getting paid. Will I have to do anything like open a new claim since I didn't even work? Yes. 2019. So 2020. Kay, which extension are you currently on? Are you on the Fed Ed extension? Because your benefit year would have ended. Oh my God, you guys are going crazy with the donations. So give me a minute. I will get to all your questions. And please don't. We're all on unemployment, so it's not necessary. I'll get to your questions. I don't want to miss people's questions that can't afford to donate. That makes me feel bad, but I don't want to miss someone's question when they spent money to get it. It's a whole like mental dilemma. So Kay, that my guess is that you should have already had to try and apply for a new claim. If you already finished Fed Ed and then they put you back on the PEUC extension, that should mean that they already know that you didn't qualify for a whole new claim and are already keeping you on the extensions. Okay, I'm going to get to the donations up above. I'm going to try and read them fast. Oh, up there, Henry, you did it again. Thank you so much. And thank you for the second donation. You'll keep that in mind. You got here late. You're living in San Francisco and have a degree in computer science. By the way, where you ever go back to your old job, you did get here late. That is why I'm going live instead of a real video. Because I'm tired. We are getting authorization most likely to open next Friday. So we're gearing up, making sure that the popcorn popper works and that it's clean, making sure that the ice maker still cranks out ice. throwing out everything that's expiring, calling, make sure that like we're current with our vendors and saying, hey, like what are our delivery days? Are they still the same? Getting new product in the building, calling some employees back and seeing if they're ready and comfortable to come back. All of that. So yeah, we are gearing up. And Henry, if you do computer science, like you probably can make big bucks going home. Oh my God, I think I missed someone's question. Yeah, so you should be able to. Any kind of tech industry should need your skills. Okay, Tut says, good evening, and thank you for the donation. Says, good evening. I'm on FedEd extension. My benefit year ended 3/8/2021. Called EDD, and the rep stated to attempt to certify this Sunday because I still have a balance. So, Tut, here's the interesting thing. A lot of the claims say, it says everywhere that once your benefit year ends, you're supposed to apply for a new claim. But FedEd does seem to be able to certify and get paid past their benefit year. FedEd seems to be the exception to that. And also PUA. PUA does not need to reapply. So if you're able to certify and get paid, and you actually might, that rep could be right. Half the FedEd claims seem to be able to certify past their benefit year and get paid with no problem. But some people are reporting that they've certified and it's past their benefit year, and they certified and got paid for some weeks past their benefit year. But it does seem like somewhere down the line, eventually the computer kind of catches up and realizes you're past your benefit year. And that's going to be the point in time when you want to call them. But yeah, FedEd, it does seem like it's allowing you to go past your benefit year. And then I'm looking because I saw someone else gave a donation, but then it popped out. And I want to make sure that I get to their question. I might skip around. I mean, oh shoot, John Carlos, you didn't miss much. And because this was spur of the moment. Aw. And Leslie XG says, woo woo, donations. And yeah, I really appreciate them, but I don't want anybody to feel like I only answer questions if you pay. So don't worry about it. Okay, Andy says, I guess you have to pay. Oh, see, Andy said that, and that's not true. But Andy, I'm going to look for your question. Okay, but I am going to do Yusuf's, and then I'll get back, and then Andy, I'll look out for yours. Okay, Yusuf says, so do we have to reapply for PUA? And if you didn't work last year and you're on regular unemployment, you can apply for PUA. That's what it's for. Yes, yes. There's a lot going on there. I don't really think they're putting people on PUA though past their benefit year. So let's do the first part of that. Yes, if you're on PUA, you do not need to reapply. They're just going to add the extra week. So at some point in time, you'll see that end date on your claim change from April 10th of 2021 to September. I think it's going to say September 4th because September 4th is the Sunday. September 6th is it's a Monday or a Tuesday. So I don't really think it's going to go through them, although that's when the bill officially ends. September 6th is a Monday, but you guys know the EDD benefit week ends Saturday, and then we certify for it on Sunday. So I think at some point they're just going to change it to September 4th for PUA. No need to reapply if you're on PUA. If you didn't work last year and you don't qualify for a whole new claim, that's when they're supposed to keep you on your old claim and add on the extensions. But you are right in the sense, and I actually talked to a friend right before coming onto this live. They lost their job back in March of last year, but they had just started. They had only worked 2 weeks. So they were like, I didn't work long enough to qualify for unemployment. They never applied. And now they can't backdate it that far back. But yeah, they're not going to have enough wages for a traditional unemployment claim, but they totally qualify for PUA. Yeah, PUA is for self-employed, for people that didn't have enough wages to qualify for a regular claim, people that were in school and graduated and had a job offer lined up, but then that job wasn't able to honor that agreement because it shut down due to COVID. Yes, so you're correct. And thank you, Yusuf, for the donation. Okay, now Andy, Andy, I feel like we're friends too. I feel like you know me better than that. Anna, we'll come back to yours because I feel like I answered that one a lot. A lot of you guys want to know what happens. Oh, Samantha. Samantha's question from 8:15 is I already filed my taxes. What should I do? Samantha, we don't have a good answer for that just yet. So it's possible that they're going to make us file an amendment for our taxes. We haven't officially heard yet though. So we're going to have to wait for the IRS to tell us. There is an article that I read from Forbes that said it might be possible that the IRS can do the adjustment on their end, and they would either increase our refund amount if they did it that way, or if we already paid what we owed on taxes, they would give us, the amount that we shouldn't have paid back. But they have not officially said what will happen. So now we're just kind of waiting for the IRS to tell us. And even though Biden signed it into law today, it's still going to take a little while for the IRS to give guidance on that and then to update all the tax software and programs. Oh, and Ursula, you did a $1.99 donation with the thank you so much. Sometimes I don't see all of those. Andy, oh, Neelan, no, Neelan, I didn't skip your question, but I'll look for it again. Oh, you're saying I skipped it again. I got to it. I'll look again. I don't mean to. Guys, if I ever skip your questions, I definitely don't mean to. I do get lost in chat. And I generally try and go in order, but I'll kind of bump out of the order when there's a donation, which you absolutely do not need to do in order for me to answer your question. I like this username. It's cute. So I'm going to do that question while I scroll back and try and find Andy's and everybody else's that I missed. So sometimes I'll do that too. When I lose my place, then I'll pop in a random spot. So Burnt Tortilla is the username that's cute. Says, if your benefit year ends on regular unemployment, you have to reapply. I thought they were going to automatically add the extension until September. That I don't think that's going to be how it works. There's actually wording that it's going to be the same as kind of the last stimulus bill in terms of that. And it actually had specific wording saying, like, as soon as your benefit year ends, if you qualify for a new claim, they want you to start collecting on a whole new claim and stop getting those extensions. And that's because they'd rather have us be paid out of the state's budget, which traditional unemployment benefits are, versus on one of the extensions, which come fully out of the federal budget. Okay. Yes. So Rosa, I hope that we just recently answered a question about the taxes. We don't know yet if we're going to have to file an amended tax return. And I'm scrolling back up, you guys. I always get really behind on these. Someone says PMA, positive mental attitude. Oh, Moontime wants me to talk about the rental assistance program. You're from Orange County. The deadline was February 28th. You applied February 11th. You never heard back. Before I came on this chat, I was actually on like a call with my rep. I don't know what she is. She's not an assembly member. Karen Bass, who's awesome. She works in politics. The National Housing Society, nhs.org. Check that out, Moontime. I don't know why you haven't heard, but nhs.org, National Housing Society. I'm not actually sure if it's .org or .com, so let me double check. NHS. And of course, my little fat fingers, nhs.org. Yeah. Oh, no, that's the National Horse Show. It's not nhs.org. That's the National Horse Show. All right. Well, we had to have some comedy. No. Maybe I wrote it down wrong. I'm going to have to look more into housing assistance, National Housing Assistance Program. They also said to look at HUD, and I'm seeing HUD come up. I must have written that down wrong. That's what happens when I'm tired. That's why I couldn't make a video. I will look into that for you. Hi, Ben. Ben says, stream 7 days a week. You'd appreciate it. All right. That might be how it works out. It might be all at willy-nilly times. And Moontime, I hope that you hear from them soon. That might be something that you could reach out to your assembly member and let them know, hey, tell them where you reached out to. Your assembly members, they can probably also point you to other programs that you might not know about. So I guess that's what I would do, since NHS is the National Horse Show Society or whatever. I don't know what I meant to write down. So ask your assembly member, say, I applied for this program on this date. I have not heard back from them yet. Is there a way that you can help me find out the status of my application? And do you know of any other programs that I might be eligible for? And when you guys reach out to your assembly members, I always prefer emailing them. That way there's a written trail of what you asked them and what their response was and what date that took place on. Okay, I'm still trying to scroll up to where I left off and got lost. Hello, Ernie. I'm glad you found my channel as well. Abdu wants to know, is the unemployment taxable income right now? Yes. So for 2021, the year we're in, and that will file taxes on next year, as of right now, they are not talking about forgiving taxes for this year. So the tax forgiveness that they're talking about was from last year, for 2020, that we're filing taxes on now. So as far as we know right now, all of our unemployment benefits are taxable on the federal level here in California, including the $300 boost, which even when we check that box for the EDD to withhold taxes, they're not able to withhold the taxes out of the extra $300 boost. Okay, Andy Sanchez, I'm still looking for your question. I don't know how long, you guys, I got really lost in these comments. So Neeland says, I'm on the 11-week extension. I got my last check this week. Will I get the extension? So Neeland, I definitely did answer that. I will answer that again. Though, because you said that I didn't, so I'm guessing you missed it. Hopefully you're still in chat. And you say, you will get the extension, but benefit end date, they're gonna have you try and file a whole new claim. If you qualify for a whole new claim, they will give you a whole new claim. If you don't qualify for a whole new claim, that is when they will give you the extensions on your existing claim. That's after your benefit year. Daniel, I think you're being sarcastic because I feel like that's the question that I've answered a bunch is, do you need to reapply for an unemployment claim? And as long as you guys don't mind, I don't mind answering it a bunch. But you're like, did you say we need to reapply for UI? Yes. If you are Fed Ed, may not make you. You may be able to claim past your benefit year that's not supposed to let you. And PUA, you don't need to. But if you're on regular unemployment, if you started on regular unemployment, you're on the PEUC extension now, when that benefit year ends, call them. That's what I recommend over the button. Susan, you're given a new EDD number. You guys, I haven't seen that number, so call that with caution. I'm gonna hide someone's comments, I think. Sorry. I'm seeing some icky stuff. Oh dear. Oh dear. Someone's saying they can't hear me. I hope I have not been talking this whole time. Oh, no, that's Andrews. Sean says, if you filed early, you get checks first, and also in new conference, they said that you can get it by the weekend. Yeah, I saw that too. Okay. All right. I think I'm about to where I left off. I'm incredibly far behind, like usual. I do not. A couple of people are saying that they can't hear, but not too many of you. I hope I have not been talking this whole time and nobody's been able to hear me. Okay. So, and then Cape Queen, you're saying you didn't get any of the stimulus checks. I don't think the first two were available for adult dependents, but this third one, if you have an adult dependent, you are supposed to get it. Yeah. View, I don't think you got your new stimulus check. So I'm going to skip around because we are almost at the hour mark. I'm sorry I lost my place in the comments. Andy Sanchez, you are like a regular viewer. I definitely want to make sure I get to your question if you have it. So I'll be looking for that. And Teresa, you said you had your appeal. What does affirm my disqualification to receive their payment? I don't know what that, I don't quite understand that question. Gothic Queen says hi. Yes, Vanessa, that's why I'm telling people that I personally recommend calling on the phone once your benefit year is over, because if you have to reapply, it's like filing a whole new claim. So that's going to take about 3 weeks while they check if you're eligible for a whole new claim. And then if you don't, it's my guess is that it's going to take longer to like keep you on the extension. But if you call them, even though it's going to be a pain to call them, if you don't qualify for a whole new claim, which most of us aren't, or at least a lot of us aren't, then they can just, they kind of bypass the whole reapply process. They're like, oh yeah, you're not going to be eligible. And then they do this thing where they change your quarter kind of, I don't know how to explain it, but they keep you on the extension and you don't have to go through the whole process of reapplying. So they bypass that. I hope that made sense. Okay. Sean, I've been saying you actually have to reapply if your year is up. I actually need to send you a couple of things. I know how to get, and I said this last time, but I'm really going to do it as soon as we end this chat. I'm going to show you the things that say both the Department of Labor say that, and in the EDD flow chart, it says that. Maddie Man 5. Look at it this way. How many phone calls do you make in your life that are worth $10,000? That is that, what is it? Positive mindset, no, not that's PMS. That's probably not the acronym. All right, guys, you guys know I was tired when I started this one though, but we are towards the end of the hour where I always get Robin. I'm not sure if that's a good number, you guys. I will call it, but I don't know if that's normal. And Andy, I found your question if you're in here. I haven't worked for a whole year and I'm on Fed Ed. Will I qualify for the other extension or not? Just need some clearance. Thank you. Yeah. So if you have not worked in a whole year, you're not going to qualify for a new claim. They might make you at some point actually reapply, or you may have to call to tell them my benefit year is over, but I haven't worked since I opened my first claim. That's when they should keep you on the extensions through September 4th. Yes. So really this whole reapplying is more of a formality. There's 2 possible scenarios, right? Well, let's go. Yeah, 2 possible. We'll do a third. One is that you're PUA and that you don't need to do this at all. The other is that you're on a regular unemployment claim and your benefit year is over. You started on a regular unemployment claim and you call to reapply, and either you're going to qualify for a new claim and then the whole process starts over again. You get a fresh 26 weeks, bada boom, bada bing, new claim. Or you're not going to qualify for a new claim, and that's when they'll keep you on the extensions. Susan's asking, is the California rent application ready? That I'm not sure about. Linda wants to know, is there a special rule to get the $600 Golden State stimulus? I don't recall signing up for Cal EITC via TurboTax. So that is through the Cal EITC is a state credit. And like for me, when I was playing around with numbers, the actual credit itself is not very big. So it could kind of be buried in your state refund and just, I think how it works is that if you qualify, it'll just kind of automatically add it on to your state refund amount. But like in some cases, the actual Cal EITC is like $48. So you may not even realize that you got it. So see if you can look at like your finalized form and see if it lists that as part of the money that you got back from California. And if so, that is what would qualify you to get the $600 deposit or check, and that would come separately. So that wouldn't have been a part of your taxes, but getting that credit is what would qualify you to get it separately. Christian says, my FedEd and UI claim expire on the 13th. As of this moment, I still have money on my claim. Will that roll over once I apply, or will it go away altogether in the event I do get approved? If you get approved, that money goes away. But if you don't get approved, then you would continue to draw that balance down until that hits zero, and then that's when they would put you on the PEUC extensions. Well, Dan from San Diego, I might be going. Who knows? Maybe we have a location is opening there again that I helped out with. Maybe I'll go back there soon. We'll see. Ace Aesthetic says, if they mess up the unemployment this time and we have to wait, I'm not even going to stress. Like last time I almost died. Please don't almost die, but it's a laughing face. So I hope that it's good. Like some people are really hurting for money right now. But yeah, try not to stress because stressing about it doesn't help. I'm going to take a little drink of water. Linda, I'm glad to hear that you saved in case they're lagging. Because yeah, I think there's a good chance. Robert Raza says they keep sending my claim for a refile. And then it says something else. Yes, Ben, this was impromptu because I worked all day today. And then I was too tired to make a regular video. And I made a regular video, and then the information it was wrong because Biden signed the bill today instead of on Friday. Derek says, the reapply process is a nightmare. Did like I asked and still waiting on extension. Called a few times. I was told that they will get to it when they get to it. Told tier 2 request, then to another department. That is terrible. But that's terrible. So you use the actual reapply button, which I am not recommending because that is kind of it's a lengthier process. Robert Roser says they keep sending my claim for refund, but it keeps canceling itself out. They don't know why. I'm within my claim year. Get the help of your assembly member. Tell them what's happened and see if there's any way that they can help you. And Asia Rose, ASMR, says, I'm on unemployment. What to do about taxes? If you haven't filed yet, the current advice that I'm seeing is to wait. So it is signed into law today. The IRS is going to have to tell us how they're going to take care of forgiving that first $10,200. And then there's going to need to be like a software or programming update. So it's not going to be like that won't be an instant kind of thing. That will take some time, unlike apparently getting the next stimulus check. But the current advice that I'm seeing is to wait. And again, I'm not a tax professional, so I don't know. All these things are kind of a personal decision because like someone was asking about the Golden State stimulus, most of us will not be eligible to get that until we file our taxes. So, yeah. I'm still waiting. That's mostly because I'm disorganized, though, because of YouTube and being self-employed and working. So who knows? I'm a little disorganized sometimes. Denise, hello. Dylan, hello. We did roses about the amended return. We don't know yet. Yeah, we don't know yet if we'll need to do an amendment or if the IRS will be able to do an adjustment on their end. Abdu. Yes, we did Abdu's about, yes, it is going to be taxable for 2021. I'm going to skip around a little bit because we're almost right at that hour mark. Maybe if I streamed 7 days a week, I could actually get to everybody's question. Burnt Tortillas saying, Daddy chill. And then Ursula's sending me purple hearts and a hello. I just want to take a minute too while I'm looking for some questions just to say that I really appreciate you guys. And I hope I've been able to help you and like put your mind at ease. And again, part of the reason why I wanted to come on tonight is because I was too tired to really make a full video for you guys. But I want you guys to know that I am here for you. Like I think of the people that I work with at the theater as my extended family, but like a lot of you guys, like Vanessa, I know you're going to be an aunt, and Ernie, I know you've got a niece selling soap, and Sean, I know that like you like to call me out when I'm wrong on my political things. And Andy, I know you were waiting a long time for your stimulus check, and Drew B, he's got his own YouTube channel. So like, I feel like, and Nina's always commenting. So I really feel, and Spider-Man, I wrote down your claim, like what kind of claim you're on, so that I won't have to ask you again. Like, I do feel like I've gotten to know you guys through this, and I don't just want to like stop making videos just because I went back to work. So let's read Spider-Man's question. It says, this morning I successfully verified ID on ID Me. Are you still having to go through that? Unemployment has been notified, now just waiting for the benefits, hopefully soon. Yes, hopefully. They say 7 to 10 days, but a lot of the viewers have been reporting that it's still taking longer. Yeah, Jacqueline, Jacelyn, darn it. I know your name too, and I know I always struggle with it. Let's see, did I miss it? I probably missed someone's question. If I did, I did not mean to. Oh, and you guys, when I do skip your question, or if there's my boss. Oh no, she's emailing me something. It's going to be more work. I miss it though. I love it. I do. I'm tired, but I love it. And I'll figure out a balance for both. Gabby says, what if I'm on my PEU extension and you're almost done with it? Gabby, as long as you're within your benefit year, they just signed the new extension into law, you'll get that. When you get your, if you're at the end of your benefit year, you should call to they're going to want you to reapply, but it's going to be faster to call. So you may need to call, and then you would see if you qualify for a new claim. And if not, they'll add the extensions to the existing claim. Diamond Pikachu says that she likes the art on my wall. Let's look at that for a second. This is like a Banksy it's Mr. Brainwash, but we showed a movie called Exit Through the Gift Shop. So that's a poster from Mr. Brainwash, who's kind of like a LA graffiti artist, but a lot of people like thought he was Banksy. I don't know. Anyways, poster. This I got from like a chalk art street festival, and that's like a Picasso print, probably like a $2 print that I got when I went to like a LACMA art exhibit. But thank you. Oh shoot. Now, Kay, I don't remember your question, but I do see that you're on PUC. Oh, Lucky G says, I hope I don't miss a lot. Well, Lucky G, we're almost at the end of this live stream. I've been going for almost an hour. I probably will wrap it up soon. I'm going to do some question. Oh, here's Angel Sirs to help with some questions. Freddie G's doing this. I know Angel Sirs. Shoot, Maddie Man 5. I always like to say their name. Okay, let's read Ashley's question. Hello, I did the DocuSign like 7 weeks ago and all of my payments are pending. Except for my last certification, it says not paid. What should I do? And do you know when it will go from pending to paid? So Ashley, DocuSign can take up to 8 weeks. I would say that you are probably in the home stretch of getting switched to paid. The week that says not paid, my guess would be that for 6 weeks, you probably had a claim balance for the second PEUC extension. Not paid normally means it's time for the next extension to kick in. So that's what that not paid week probably means. It probably means it's not payable under the current extension, and they're going to need to roll you over into the next extension before they can pay it. It should eventually get paid, and you should be near the end of that. Have you already called the EDD to make sure that they got your documents? They might be able to tell by now. And welcome new member, John Lee. And let's see here. Oh, Gabriel. Oh, nope. Gabriel says goodnight. So good night, Gabriel. Yeah, we all have headaches with the EDD. You're going through something yourself. No. Oh no. Oh dear. These always get a little bit weird at the end. So I'm going to do a couple more questions and then I'm going to log off for the night, try and get some sleep. Tomorrow, I think I'm going to have time to make a new video, but I need to see my mom before I start working with the public again. We'll encourage people to have exact change and to pay with like a credit card, but I think it's not legal to not accept cash. Cash is a little dirty. So I want to see my mom before I start working with the public. Oh, Ursula, what are we congratulating you on? Whatever. Oh, comments. See, I recognize so many of your names. So I really, I want to be here for you guys. Ursula, what are we congratulating you on? I want to congratulate. Oh, wait, I see it. Oh, you move into a new place. That is awesome. Yay. All right. Okay. I'm going to pick a couple of go to bed. It's going to take me a little while to wind down even after this. And I don't know if you guys could hear it, but I got a ping from my boss. And then some, I don't know. I think I have to send her like 2 emails too. It's okay. Uh-oh, Freddie, in case what hasn't been covered. Oh, we received $300 till September 6th. Yes, although Freddie, I have a problem with that September 6th date because check your calendar. And I'm just getting a little mouthy. I'm not actually like being like, check your calendar. September 6th is a Monday, and like the EDD benefit week ends September 4th. So I think we're only getting it through September 4th. I am not sure why they picked September 6th. It was a weird date. Let's do John Lee's because they're a new member. So I do like to try and answer the members' questions. And John Lee, this was a random Q&A. I go live every Sunday morning, and before that Sunday morning, I will post like a members only post where you can ask your question in advance. So you say you're in California, claim begin 12/8/19, says on extension, collected 54 weeks of benefits, 20, oops, I lost it. I'll find it. I'll get there. Will I get there? Where is it? Shoot. John Lee, did you just take it back? Okay, there we go. Okay, don't take it back. Okay, you got 23 weeks regular plus 13 PEUC plus 18 FedEd. Last FedEd payment 1/2/2021 and no benefits left. I've messaged them several times. Some reps say I'm eligible for the 11-week extension and should wait until the first week of March to collect. Other reps say I need to file a new claim. Afraid if I file a new claim, weekly benefit amount will decrease, had less income, and I'll miss the 11 weeks. What do I do? My recommendation is it's hard to say. I don't want to give anybody advice that would lower your benefit amount. I do think they're going to make you apply for a whole new claim at some point now that you're past your benefit year. And if you haven't been paid since 1/2, like I feel like I would tend to say, see if they'll let you apply for a new claim on the phone with them. That way they can help you. Because what's supposed to happen is if you're denied the whole new claim, that's when they'll keep you on the 11-week extension. Because you actually should have gotten all 20 weeks of the FedEd extension and then 11 weeks of PEUC kicking in after those 20 weeks. So you should have been paid something by now. And maybe call the third rep, and third rep will be the charm. And or in the link of this video is how to reach your assembly member. So reach out to your local assembly member and see if they can help you and get like a concrete answer. And when I say reach out to your assembly member, there's usually going to be a way to email them and put it in writing and just tell them and say what, I've heard one rep tell me one thing, another rep tell me something else. What do you suggest? And I saw somebody saying that I'm going to be get off unemployment. Wait, first time Ben writing for 35. Yeah. Wait, what? Oh, I'm thinking my mind is in movie theater mode. 35 millimeter is the way we project film. Okay, the comments are getting weird. So I think this is probably a good time to take off. All right, you guys, let's see. One more. This is a good one. It's an easy one. Okay, Common Sense wants to know what's the difference between PUA and I think it should say PEUC. If I said PUC, it's because I'm tired. So it should be PEUC. PUA is for people who either didn't have enough earnings and wages to qualify for a traditional unemployment claim, or they were self-employed or gig workers. So like Jenny Silver, she is a PUA claim because she was a wedding photographer for her own business. I think she's also off of unemployment now. So Jenny Silver had a PUA claim because she was self-employed doing wedding photography, maybe freelance work. If you drove for Uber, if you delivered for Postmates or Instacart, or like a lot of like probably like some handymen are going to be freelancers. So something like that. And or like if you were a college student, you had a job offer, but you hadn't actually started, and then that job shut down due to COVID and you never started. Those would all be PUA claims. So either people who didn't qualify for a traditional claim, or the self-employed and gig economy workers. PEUC is an extension given to those of us who are on regular unemployment claims after we used up our initial 26 weeks of unemployment benefits. And some people, due to the timing of the signing of the stimulus bill, their claims may have gone regular unemployment, PEUC, Fed Ed, and then back to PEUC. Some people also, if they were denied Fed Ed, because there's some earning requirements for Fed Ed, they were put on PUA, but then the bill actually required that they be put back on PEUC. So I hope that explained the difference. And Freddie G, I still have to certify this week. I think I'll get, can I make a list of answers to the questions that you answered already? Like kind of like a top 10 questions from this video. Mermaid Girl, the extra 300 doesn't count as income for food stamps. It doesn't. Way back last year, that extra 600 did, and that's why some people are confused about that. All right, John, I'm going to follow up to the second part of your question. Right. Yeah. Angel Sirs is saying it does not count. So John Lee is saying the EDD website says if you used all your PUA or PEUC benefits before December 26th, you will receive the 11 additional weeks in the first week of March. And that's why you were waiting. So, but you said you got paid 1/2. So that should have included that week ending. Or did you get paid 1/3? I thought you said you got paid for one of the weeks ending in January, like that very first week. So if you got paid for the week that ended 1/2 on 1/3, that shouldn't have been that group. And you said you were on Fed Ed, so you weren't on PUA or PEUC at the time when you stopped getting benefits. And as of last Thursday in the EDD news release, although a lot of people said that this was not the case, the EDD said that they had completed getting everybody all caught up on that. So yeah. Okay, John Lee, have we finished up with your question now? If you were paid for the week ending 1/2, that wasn't that phase 2 group. Oh, hi, blue-eyed female. You're popping in. I just did this on the spur of the moment, but I'm about to pop off now. Melissa wants to know. Oh, all right. You guys, I already said her name, so I'm going to do Melissa's, but I'm not quite sure the extent of what she's asking. She's saying, how does the garnishment work? I do have debt. So what is being garnished right now? Are your unemployment benefits being garnished because of an overpayment? Melissa, if you want to hop on the next time I'm in alive, I will try and expand on that. Okay. Oh, Diana, you're in here too. Aw, thank you. I'm still going to be here for you guys. Oh, perfect, blue-eyed female. Shoot it on Instagram because I think I'll probably see it. 3 Stripes, they did forgive the $10K for unemployment. The IRS hasn't said how they're going to handle that yet. Oh, thanks, Knott's family. They haven't said how they're going to handle that yet, and they definitely have not updated their software for it. JC. Oh, shoot. I'll do JC's because I answered it. Melissa, if you want to follow up and let me know what's being garnished, I can maybe try and finish that as well. The EDD said that if you certify option but have a zero balance, don't certify. Well, that's what that tier 2 rep was saying, but I don't know. Somebody's saying we could be on unemployment for the next 2 years. That's true. Okay, wait. I started to do, shoot. We did 3 stripes and then I saw somebody else's I was going to answer and now I lost it. Okay. I think I'm getting tired and I don't want to give anybody the wrong information because I'm tired. Black Jade, you are welcome. Oh no, I think I started to do JC's. Who will qualify for the next PEUC extension? So really it should be everybody who's currently on an extension right now. We should all qualify. However, if your benefit year is over, they're going to make you reapply, but instead of hitting the button and reapplying, I recommend calling because it's going to be faster. They can just see if you qualify right away. And if not, they can kind of bypass the reapplying process. And so then if you don't qualify for a whole new claim, then they'll add the additional PEUC weeks to your existing claim. And thank you, Blue-Eyed Female, for help. Blue-Eyed Female, I got to add you back as a moderator. Oh, shoot. Except I think you popped out maybe. Oh, did it? No. I'm going to just keep you as a moderator, and I'm not going to take it off because I learned more about that, and I think that's okay. Because I was like adding it and then taking out. I don't know. I don't know how to do this. Okay. Uh-oh. Oh, no. Anthony said I didn't say hi to Bad Grandpa. Hello, Bad Grandpa. And, oh, so Freddie, you're saying they said if your claim balance is 0, not to certify. I actually did that video where I'm like, secrets of the EDD. And that is something that a tier 2 rep said, that if your balance is 0, not to continue to certify. John Lee, I do not have any tips for getting through. I made a video on that. I'm not sure that tip is still working though. But yeah, it's really hard to get through. Yep, and Derek is confirming, called, filed new claim, award, then denied. Extension, requested it from another department, still waiting. They're dragging this on. How long do you think between FedEd to the 11-week extension? It shouldn't be that hard or that long. So if they're taking a really long time, see if reaching out to your local assemblyman helps speed that process up. You're welcome, JC. And B-Band says, is there a website to update your bank info? So I would think that, the site's down. Like the EDD website. Anyway, you're going to probably update your bank information on the EDD Bank of America debit card website. John Lee, probably use the contact form on their web page. And yeah, contact form on their web page. But you can also try shooting them an email. And they may need some personal information from you, like a little bit more than normal. As long as it's someone that you actually emailed and reached out to. Normally, I tell you guys to be really protective of your information. But in the case of reaching out to your assembly members to have them help you, they may answer a little bit of, they may ask you a little bit more about your personal information. Anthony, I'm glad you got through today at 2. JC, I do not know exactly when I'm going to go live again. I don't want to say anything for sure. Right now, I believe I'm going to be able to continue going live every Sunday morning at 11 a.m. and every Monday at 6 p.m. All of this is a little fluid right now. Hopefully, I will not be at work those days. I've asked for Sundays, and Mondays I kind of need to work, but I think I can get out of here and back here by 6. Sundays 11. I've told them I can't work Sunday, so I may need to switch up my days. And since my work schedule, since I'm going back to work, is a little bit weird. I may do impromptu lives a little bit more than usual. And then maybe I can actually get caught up with everybody's questions. All right, everybody, I'm really taking off tonight. Oh, Zarka, but I saw you ask a bunch of times and you're always in here. Oh, shoot. Okay, so C. Yeastwood, enlist the help of your assembly member. If you have anytime you're pinning more than 72 hours, that's not a good thing. So yes, reach out. And then, somebody says my EDD phone tip is still working. So I have a video on the EDD phone tip. So try to do that. And then and then Mermaid Girl. Oh, I'm so glad that you were able to get paid. I did want to do Zarka's because I saw that asked a lot. I'm good. You called the EDD and they said 300 more extra to September. Oh, cool. Yes, that is it. 300 more through September. Lots of people are saying through the 6th, but that's a Monday. And the EDD benefit week ends on the 4th, so it should end on the 4th. Okay. I'm really taking off, you guys. Thank you for so many of you joining, even though this was for the moment. Please take a minute and like the video if you haven't already. And yeah, I am not sure when I'm going live again. For sure, it'll be this Sunday, but I might go live again before that. But this Sunday at 11 a.m. for sure. Hope to see you guys there and hope that all our claims are good. And so glad that the stimulus bill passed. Have a good night, everyone.